Replacing a vanity top and faucet to dress up your bathroom on a budget. Remove the cabinet doors for better access. Most European hinges require one simple push at the back to free the hinge. To remove the vanity top, we'll first need to remove the faucet itself and the sink bowl. This will give us access to remove the backsplash and side splash, allowing us to remove the entire vanity top. First, turn off both the cold and hot water supply to the sink. Unclamp the stopper pull to disconnect the faucet from the drain. With a bucket placed underneath, use a small adjustable crescent wrench to remove the cold and hot water lines going up to the faucet itself. Use that same crescent wrench to loosen the bolts clamping the faucet to the sink. Now back up top, you should be able to pull the old faucet free. You may need to bend the copper pipes as needed to clear the holes. Use a pipe wrench to loosen the slip nut that connects the drain to the P-trap. Next, remove the clamps that hold the bowl sink onto the old vanity top. Using a sharp utility knife, score any caulk sealing the old bowl sink to the vanity top. Lift the old sink out of the vanity top. Carefully score the caulk that seals the side splash and backsplash to the bathroom wall. Use wood shims to prevent damage to the wall, and carefully pry the backsplash and side splash, breaking the seal and removing them from the wall. This is where you may find damage that needs to be repaired. Remove any screws holding the old vanity top to the cabinet. Now you should be able to remove the old vanity top. Now before installing the new vanity top, we're going to want to fix this wall. So scrape down and sand any debris that's left on the wall. Get it nice and clean. I like these wallboard repair patches to cover any big damage to a wall. They're easy to use, self-adhesive, and the mud goes over top of them really well. This is an 8x8 piece because it's a pretty big hole in the wall here. So I apply that and I use a putty knife to push it down. Begin applying drywall compound over the patch and over any rough surfaces on the wall left by the damage when you pulled off the backsplash and the side splash. This may take several coats, so check out any videos on how to patch a wall. They'll be super helpful. But this will take a little while and several hours to a day between coats to dry. But we want to get this wall nice and fixed up before we start to put the new vanity top on. With the wall repair completed and the touch-up paint applied, we're now ready to begin installing our brand new vanity top. So now I dry fit the new vanity top in the cabinet. And what I'm looking for here is to make sure that the sink in the vanity top aligns with the drain. It's going to be important so that we don't have to have too much work at the bottom to fix the drain. I'm going to check out how it aligns with the walls. You can see here that in the back, the backsplash would normally sit on top of the vanity top. Mine's going to sit behind here. And that's okay. It's going to come out just a little bit high, not quite as high, and it may end up putting a side splash on as well. Before permanently attaching the new vanity top to your cabinet, it's smart to first install the faucet onto the vanity top. This way you'll have less work to do underneath the cabinet afterward. So flip the vanity top upside down, put the faucet through the holes, and begin attaching per the instructions on your faucet. Put a bead of caulk around the entire top of the cabinet. Now take the new vanity top and slip it into place. The caulk will hold it down and seal it. Put 3 or 4 generous dollops of adhesive caulk on the back of the backsplash piece. Make sure you put it onto the back. The back will be duller than the front. Slip the backsplash into place and press it against the wall. From here, you can check to ensure that the vanity top is square, is aligned with the drain, and has the right overhang around all sides. Now it's time to connect the new faucet to the hot and cold water supplies. Use brass fittings, braided hose, copper pipes, or whatever is most appropriate for your installation. Tighten the fittings, turn on the water, and check for any leaks. Next, it's time to install the drain. I chose a Pfister faucet, and one reason is because I really like the drains. They're a simple one-piece design. There's a stopper that doesn't require a pull lever. It's just a simple push mechanism. The entire drain goes through the sink. There's one nut on the bottom and a couple of washers. Now you may have to cut the waistline of this drain to get it to seat correctly into the sink and into the drain below. It just depends upon how much space you have underneath of your sink going to your P-trap. With the drain going through the sink, through the washers, and through the nut into the drain, simply tighten the large black nut. This will seat the washers against the sink and pull the drain down properly into the bottom of the sink. After this, all you have to do is just crank down the slip knot, or the slip nut rather, on the P-trap, and you should be good to go. Turn on the water and be sure to check for any leaks. Okay, you're all done. Now simply apply any finishing caulk, clean up, and you're ready to use your brand new vanity top.